betting the not so much anymore is more down to my own fault. I need to get studying again to get the edge back. But yeah, it's a great product. I love the exchange. It's really, in my opinion, one of the better bookmakers, if not the best bookmaker out there.
Race number 6, which goes off at 14:33. This is the first of our 2 Group 1s on the day. It is the Willavington 2,000 over 2,000 meters for fillies and mares at weight for age terms. And obviously this was a 3-year-old race, but it's now open to the older horses, and it's going to be an interesting contest. The 3-year-olds, they receive 3 kgs from the older horses, and we'll see how they do shape up. But before we dissect race number 6, we do have 2 reruns for you. That of Rain in Holland, when finishing 3rd behind Puerto Manzano last time out. We've got the rerun of Sarki, when 2nd, and an interview as well. So let's have a look at our package.
Ruled by forces in behind that MK's Pride now as they come to the final 200. Billy Bowlegs getting going. Rain in Holland is back along the inside now, as well as second base, who's come home well as second base. 100 to go. Porto Manzano is there at the rail, and Billy Bowlegs, yeah, they go to the line. Porto Manzano and very close. Second base is noses down. Rain in Holland and Billy Bowlegs is there as well.
Golden Hostess on the extreme right hand side, and then Sarki. Down on the inside, Peach Daiquiri. Let's hold my hand. Here's Golden Hostess with a big run on the outside. Golden Hostess, Peach Daiquiri, Captain Peg. Sarki on the inside, and Peach Daiquiri's fighting right back. They come from everywhere. Peach Daiquiri, and Peach Daiquiri has won it. Second place will go to Sarki. Third, hold my hand, and then Golden Hostess.
Virginia Sweet, she pulled like a dentist last time out. She was drawn in a very small race. There was no pace, we expected that. So she is known to want to get on and ping the pins and get on with it. So it was almost exaggerated by Aries. He had to really check her badly, put in the back of the field. She just travelled too hard to win the race, but still rounded the race off nicely. She's a really nice stayer. And we thought we'd take our chances here from a favourable draw. We changed jockeys. I thought, let's give Gavin a chance because he's so experienced and he can hopefully get it to settle from a favourable draw. Look, it's going to be tough against the older fillies. I mean, if you just go purely on merit rating, we haven't got a chance. But as you know, these weight for ages, you've seen things happen. One thing, she is fit. She's had a good prep to this race, and hopefully we can get into the first 3. It's great for the mare's record when she goes to stud. Hold my hand, Grant rode in the Guineas the other day, and another filly that in Cape Town she was her own worst enemy. She kept running second, and when she had the race at her mercy, she would drop out to stone loss and then take forever to get into it. But I'd said to Grant that she was a lot sharper here in Natal, and we thought she'd run a big race in the Guineas. And she ended up pulling like really hard behind them, so she was over travelling and to round it off, and then she started to hang when Grant dropped his reins and interfered with the other filly next to her. That's her minimal trip the mile. She'll be really suited to this. I was humming and hawing whether not to go for this or the Oaks in 10 days time, but we'll see how she takes her run. She's a real tough filly, and we might have to run in both. But competitive race. The 4-year-olds look like they've got us on the 5-year-olds, but she's a really good stayer, and she's fit, and she's come on from her first run.
Silver Darling had a great prep in the Western Cape. She's come up, she's fit and ready. She had a grass gallop at Summerveld, which all went well. She's also in a very good space, looks amazing for this time of the year and the weather we've had in Natal. I do think she'll be right on top of them. Very strong field, but it should be. And look forward to the contest on the weekend.
Rain in Holland is in a good space at the moment. Her work is good. Happy with the way she's moving, nice and fresh. She came out of her last run very well. I thought she was unlucky not to go close in that race. But having said that, she has a good draw.
She's doing nicely at home. She's had 2 gallops since she's gotten to Durban. Just been a little bit on the back foot with her due to the rain that they've had up in Durban and not quite having the tracks that we needed to have for her. This race was never really on the calendar until they opened the race up recently, so it was a little bit of a rush to get her back here, and we had our racing cancelled here, so our racing got delayed, so she's been a little bit delayed in her prep. She's had 2 gallops and she's been up to Durban, so I'm hoping that will be enough on Saturday. It is a very competitive field. I think it's a tough race. She's drawn okay at 8 in quite a big field of 14, so I'm hopeful of a good run from her. I'm just hoping that this race hasn't just come a little bit too soon with all the outside factors that have come into play, but she's in good shape, and I'm hoping for a good run.
Thanks to all the trainers for their comments regarding their respective runners in the Willavington 2000 Group 1 event, and it's set to be a cracking contest over 2,000 meters, and the 3-year-olds in fact only received 2.5 kgs. I mentioned it was 3, but it's 2.5. And it's an interesting race. Quite short in the market is Reigning Holland at 18 to 10. She has shortened from 2 to 1. And then it's 6 to 1 about Silver Darling Marina, 7 to 1 and Better Bar. Those now, Drakensteen, they obviously hold a very strong hand in the lineup with quite a few horses, but I think the ones that stand out, number 1, Reigning Holland, a 10-time winner, and number 14, Silver Darling, top quality sorts. Silver Darling, she'll be looking to get the victory once again after she won this race last year when she beat Light Off the Moon, and she won a nice race last year when it was restricted to the 3-year-old, so she'll be in with a chance once again. I think Marina over 2,000, she's got to be a lively contender. And then from the 3-year-olds, my pick of them is going to be horse number 13, Sarki, from the Andrinel team. I thought she was terribly unlucky to get beat last time out in the Fillies Guineas behind Peach Daiquiri. She was narrowly denied. She was inconvenienced quite a few times in the race, and I think over 2,000 meters, this is going to be the right trip for this individual. And if a 3-year-old is come through to win, if anything, I think it's going to be number 13, Sarki. But it does seem where the 4-year-olds and the number 8, Marina, the 5-year-old, do have a very, very strong hand on this race here.
Well, it's all about making your choice now. We've heard the comments, and I'm going with the joint best weighted column with Reigning Holland and Silver Darling. Reigning Holland, well, she's just a prime example of never give up on a champion. She was an absolute star as a 3-year-old. She had her issues. They worked on it. They brought her back. She wasn't showing the same form. And like a true star and a true champion that Sean Terry is, he's got her to bounce back to an absolute best. She was a touch unlucky last time out in that WSB Premier's Champions Challenge. The Colorado King, she gave the boys a hiding. She's a class individual, and really nice to see her bounce back to her best. She's shortened big time in the Hollywoodbets Durbanville from 66 to 1 into 16 to 1. And then Silver Darling, yeah, you mentioned that she's here to defend her crown. Wouldn't that be something to win it as a 3-year-old and as a 4-year-old? And I think that she is in the right race at the right time, because the timing couldn't be perfect. They opened this up to older horses. So I'm just going 2 horses here, 1 and 14. A lot of respect for the entire field, but you have to nail your colours to the mast, and I'm going 1 and 14.
1 and 14, 4 Ds in race number 6, 1, 8, 13 and 14, the numbers that I'm going to go with, and it's going to be a fascinating race, and looking forward to the Willavington 2000.
It's Donovan Everett from Cape Racing, and I'd just like to say it's an absolute pleasure to be involved with Intrabet and Cape Breeders in this golf day today here at Pearl Valley. It's fantastic for the industry to see all the relevant stakeholders coming down and having a good time and networking, and it's exactly what the industry needs right now in terms of moving forward and recreating some positivity to take us forward into the next year.